right, man. How you doing, B. Rich?
I'm doing good, man.
How you been since the last show, my brother?
Hey, man, I just been out here, man, doing my thing, watching these Falcons moves, man, watching Terry Fontenot, in the kitchen just stirring it up.
Man, he whipping it up.
He whipping it up,
Terry in
man.
there with, let Terry cook.
Hey, let me tell you this. These ain't your daddy's Falcons right here, boy.
Man, they can't be because my dad has nothing positive to say about the Falcons. But look, today, man, we are graced by the presence of, greatness as far as I'm concerned. Now, let me tell you, meeting the gentleman.
Everybody can say.
Meeting the gentleman, I can already tell he's probably going to be a little humble with us. But I bet, like, in his mind, he probably like, damn right. You know what I'm saying? Damn right. But look, let's go ahead without any further ado, everyone, and introduce Hall of Famer, one of the top cornerbacks to ever play in the NFL, to ever play for UGA, to ever play on Madden. Boy, you couldn't throw nothing to his side on Madden. Nothing. Couldn't throw nothing to his side on Madden. It was going the other way. Yes, man. Y'all give it up for the one and only Champ Bailey, man. Let's go, man. Man, how you like that, man? How you like that intro,
that introduction.
Man?
That's how it's supposed to be. I'm gonna take that snippet and send it to anybody show I go on. They gotta introduce me just like that.
Hey, you know how they say I was doing extra?
Yeah.
Oh, he definitely doing extra.
Who? What do you mean? No, man, I'm making sure. Let me tell you.
I'll take
you could not throw the ball to this man's
I
side.
can't offer the man some simply lemonade.
Man, listen, everyone. So listen. Usually when we have a guest, B. Rich offers people water. He definitely offers me and Aaron tap water. Not even out the kitchen sink. He tells us to go to the bathroom like it's the 70s or early 80s again.
Damn right.
You know, nobody's drinking out of bathroom sinks anymore, my brother.
Nah, they got to dip it in the toilet, man. My toilet clean.
Champ came in. He offered this man simply lemonade.
Yeah, man.
Pulp free or with pulp?
With the pulp.
Boy, I'm talking, he getting fancy. He got the pulp in it.
I was going to order some Chick-fil-A, but, you know.
Hey, I took the water, y'all. I took the water. It's all
took the water.
So, Champ, how you doing, my brother?
I am doing great, man. I live in Atlanta now, and it's good to be back in Georgia the past 9 years. And, I'm here, man. I'm here. I'm doing good.
Man, that's awesome. From South Georgia, man.
Yeah.
So what brought you back to the city of Atlanta? What brought you, I know moving back to Georgia, family, but what made you plant roots here in Atlanta?
Well, you said it, family, plus, I'm familiar with Georgia. And, I spent 10 years in Denver. I could have easily made that my home. I go back every now and again, but I always felt like Georgia was family, like Georgia in general, not just my blood family, but, the UGA network, the things I can do in business here, I really can't do anywhere else.
Yeah.
Let me tell you an interesting fact. I lived in Denver 4 years.
Yeah.
I went to...
Loved it, didn't you?
You know what?
Tell the truth. Tell them what you be telling me, B. Rich.
Look.
Nice place, man.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Like they hood park.
It's not Atlanta though.
The hood is nicely manicured. Park.
Yeah.
Park Hill, Montbello.
Yep.
It's very, very neatly manicured. You will never know that.
Yeah, it's not the hood of the South.
But I didn't like Denver because I was such an Atlanta fan, and when I went to TJ.
Okay.
When I went to TJ, they used to give me a hard time about the Hawks, the Falcons. So I didn't like that aspect of it, but I did like living out there. It was nice. But as far as the Broncos, man, I hated Elway. He was there when they was just winning and winning and winning, beating our ass. I couldn't do nothing.
I could relate because I grew up hating Elway. I wouldn't say I hated him. My dad hated him.
Yeah.
And I don't know why, but
and you end up playing.
Yeah, I ended up falling right into it.
Yeah, so I was never a Bronco fan, but I've grown to respect them, and I definitely I'm still upset about them beating us in the Super Bowl '98. I don't like that at all.
Yeah, I bet.
Well, why would you like it, man? Why would you like it?
And it was the team I hated the most we lost to. So.
Oh, the Broncos.
Yeah.
And then later on, we lost to the team that I hated the most.
Wow.
Later on, years later.
In the worst way.
Yeah, but oh man, why did I even bring it up? Because every time I bring it up, we go down this rabbit hole. But I'm not going to talk.
Moving
about
on.
it. We're gonna move on. So what are you up to nowadays? I know you said you can do business here, of course, family. So what's going on with Champ Bailey in 2024?
Well, business. I've been so business minded lately, and it's sort of natural because we have such a great business environment, especially black folks here in this city for one.
Yes.
But I think what gets lost is the places where I'm from. So more or less doing business here, but doing a lot of good work back home, and that sort of got my attention the most. It's hard to get away from football altogether because I know that's what got me in this seat right now, right? What I did on the field. So, I embrace what I've done, but I'm also looking to do more things. I've invested in a few things. I've partnered with a few people, but I'm a team-oriented guy. If I can't find good partners, it's probably not going to work for me. If I don't feel like you're going to, I don't care what the business is. You could be making, 100% returns on something. If I can't work with you, I can't work with you. So I'm always looking for good partners, good companies to support, and guys like y'all to chop it up with, man. That's what I'm all about.
Hey, it looks like you can still play, man.
Don't get it twisted, bro.
I'm
in my 40s, well into my 40s.
You try to run a 40?
I will not try to run.
He said, I will not.
You like you could play for the Falcons
I
right
had this little high school kid ask me to, could I beat him in a race? I'm like, probably not. I was like, I'll probably pull up halfway through. It's not like I'm not faster than you. I just don't have the ability to run full speed like that.
Yeah, man. I mean, there's not a lot of people out there like T.O. I think T.O. might. You think T.O. could probably still play? Man, he be putting up videos. The man look like he can walk through it, like he can just run through a wall, man. It looks crazy every time I see it.
First of all, he's physically gifted.
Yes.
But then he's worked out like he's playing.
Yes.
All the time. Like he's always working out, always in the gym, playing basketball. He's a training guy. Like that's who he is. So he's always going to feel like he could play.
So speaking to him, can you you had any battles with him? Anything?
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that.
T.O. was tough. I never forget, man. I tried to match. This is my ego talking. Philly came to Mile High, I would say, this is probably about 05, 06. And I had a bad hamstring. And I'm like, I still want him. Man, T.O. caught a hitch. This was that year we would always show like we're blitzing and not blitz half the time. Well, we blitzed that time, and boy, I missed that tackle. T.O. was up the sideline.
I remember that play.
90 yards, bro.
Oh, I remember that.
I wasn't going to ask you about it, but I do remember that play.
I've had a lot of bad plays now.
Oh, yeah.
I got beaten plenty times, but, I always try to get the last laugh. But he caught a fade on me later in that game, and I'm like, no, I got to get out. I'm just embarrassing myself. I'm hurting the team. We end up winning anyway, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
Hey, were you a trash talker?
Not really. You
seem kind of like a cool. Were people trash talking you?
Not really. It was anybody who trash talked me probably didn't deserve to. Like it was always guys who would just talk, talk to everybody. But like the guys who were really big trash talkers really didn't talk a lot. Like Chad Johnson, played against him a few times. Steve Smith, those were trash talkers, but they didn't. I was older than them, so they always had a little different respect for me.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I mean they great players and they.
Oh yeah,
like I'm gonna tell you
Hall of
something.
Famers, man.
So I have a nephew who was really good high school ball. He went to Gardner Webb, played running back. He used to always tell me one thing. He said, whenever he would do kick return, he said I could always tell who started and who didn't start. He said whenever they would come down and we would just kneel the ball down. Whenever they would run down, they still talk trash. He said I'd tell them every time, I already know you don't play. I already know you don't play and you don't play.
That's a good way to pick
you
them
running
out.
your mouth like we're not even doing anything. We're going to the sideline and you popping off, so I know you don't play. Because I feel like the great players, they don't have to talk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's gonna be done by their play.
He kind of like has that demeanor of Barry Sanders. You ever played against him?
Almost.
They almost.
Well, he retired right before my rookie year, and they were our second game on the schedule.
Oh, wow.
I wanted it. I mean, he was my idol growing up.
Okay.
I was a running
You got that
back.
same kind of like demeanor. Like he was real chill, great. Like when he scored a touchdown, he just hand the ball off. I never seen you kind of like showboat or nothing.
No, that just wasn't me.
Yeah.
I just always been taught to be myself. I never tried to get out of character. It was just who I was.
For the folks, I know where you're from, but let them know where you're from, part of Georgia.
Folks in Georgia, way down south. You know how Georgia's shaped with the big dip and the shape of Georgia. That's my county.
Kind of about like Waycross and
Waycross, Okefenokee Swamp.
Yeah.
We down there. Gators in the backyard. That's where we from.
Yeah. I went to Albany State, and at the time I had a girlfriend. She lived in the Hunter. You heard of
Oh,
Hunter?
that's
So-
right.
Yeah,
That's our neighboring county, baby.
When I was
Brantley
there, they used
County.
to always talk about you guys. Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. That town is smaller than
Yeah,
my
it's
town.
small. I used to go down there.
Very small.
Yeah.
What's the size of your town?
Right now, probably about 4,500, maybe. I think something like that. 4,500 people, mostly black, but by a small margin.
Was it a close knit community?
Yeah, very. And it's funny, like we're close knit, but we're very conservative. I mean, when you talk about Georgia being a red state outside of Atlanta, we are the epitome of that. And it shows in the way the justice system is run, the way communities are run, the way the streets look. you could just tell there hasn't been a lot of change over the years, and it's unfortunate because those people down there deserve that.
I heard you on 92.9 The Game like a couple weeks ago, and you was talking about something with movies. What was going on? Yeah.
Well, a movie I was working on, this guy, Glenn Owen, writer-director, he's been sitting on this script called Signing Day for a while. And just through mutual connections, he reached out to me and asked me if I had any interest in the film business. And I'm like, well, this is probably the perfect time, being in Georgia with all the tax credits and things you can get. Just seemed like a good business move. Well, when he sent the script, of course, I'm a little intimidated because he had it in raw form. I'm like, okay, let me read this. After about a week of looking at it, let me read this.
Yeah.
I read it. I could relate. It's called Signing Day, and it's about a coach trying to sign this top athlete coming out of high school, and it just resonated with me.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I can relate to this. And then Glenn, he turned out to be a cool dude. He was a walk-on basketball player at UGA a little before I got there. So I was like, man, this dude, our visions are sort of aligned from a social aspect too.
Yeah.
So it was like, yeah, let me see what this is all about. So a couple years later, movie's made.
Yeah.
Now we're just trying to find somebody to buy it and get behind it. So,
Okay.
That's where we at.
Man, signing day. All right.
Yeah, bro.
We're gonna look for what was signing day like for you, or should I say, what was the recruitment process like for you? Were you considering anybody else other than Georgia?
Well, I tell you what, my brother was at Georgia, so
Okay.
He was
Older brother, right?
Older brother
Okay.
Ron, he was at Georgia. He was there 3 years before me. So for me, it was pretty much written on the wall. But I didn't ever let people know that I was gonna commit.
Yeah.
So what Ronald had gotten you, if you would have been.
No, Ron.
So if you went to Tech, what would you said?
I don't know what he would have said because it was never discussed.
Yeah.
It was always known that I was gonna go,
Yeah.
but I didn't tell people outside of my family
Yeah.
that. So I took visits. I went to South Carolina, Auburn, and Georgia Tech on my visits, and they treated me well. But little did they know I wasn't going there.
No,
I was just trying to get out of my hometown, take these free trips.
Yeah.
I mean, that was my motive.
Yeah, going to Georgia, man. The University of
Yeah,
Georgia.
that's our favorite team, by the way. We true Bulldog fans.
Okay,
man. It was
okay.
like back-to-back championships felt good. So, tell me, what it was like going to UGA. We talked to Quincy Carter. He kind of told
Okay.
us some of the things he went to. We want to hear your experiences and what was your favorite game there. What do you remember the most? And I didn't know, I think, what years were you there?
96 through 98.
Okay, so I was in college. I was at Albany State, so
Right.
I wasn't really on my UGA game back then. But I knew the players, and I knew you played for them.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't realize that you played both. You played receiver a lot.
A lot.
I thought maybe you got a couple snaps, but you went both ways the entire game.
And I got to give Quincy a lot of credit for that because the years before, my first 2 years, I had Mike Bobo as quarterback. And Mike Bobo had his guys like Hines Ward, Corey Allen. I mean, he had guys Juan Daniels, top-notch receivers. But that year Quincy came in, he bucked Georgia Tech, came to Georgia.
Yeah.
I don't know, y'all know the story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But and he just relied on me. I'm a little older. I'm a junior. We were in the same class, and he just kind of vouched for me. But I had already proven I could play, which is now I'm more of a full-time receiver and full-time cornerback when he was there. Now he's a true freshman. He won the starting job, and then we were just off to the races. I caught his first touchdown pass at Georgia. I mean, it was just a beautiful matchup for us because we didn't see it coming.
Yeah.
It was just, man, we were both top athletes coming out the same year.
Yeah.
He just went and played baseball a couple years.
Yeah.
Good thing for us, he bought us some time to go recruit him and get him to Georgia.
Get him back.
It was a perfect matchup, man.
Man, he spoke so highly of you as an athlete and playing on both sides. He said, man, it's plenty of times that I saw Champ go in at halftime. He said, you straight focus, do whatever treatment or anything you needed to do.
IV.
Get right back out on the field.
Yeah, so I cramped up the first few games when I played 90-plus plays. And I started cramping, and I couldn't make it through the game. I'm like, okay, how do we prevent this? Started doing IVs at halftime.
Oh, wow.
And that became the ritual. IVs at halftime. I started playing 100 plays, 120
Wow.
plays.
Wow.
It was just, I never came out the field, returning kicks, doing everything.
Wow, that's
And, I just had the coaching staff that really let me do what I wanted to do.
And believed in you.
And believed in me. And I just showed up and did the job.
What's the most snaps that not only that you played, but that most college players play. I think Travis Hunter is somewhere up in. I think I saw he was somewhere up in like 150 is the most that he's played.
That's probably
in the game.
right.
So
I
for
really don't.
Most athletes who play both sides of the ball, is that like the norm?
Who's playing both sides of the ball?
Not a whole lot. I mean,
He's the only
it's only a
example
Travis
that I
Hunter,
know.
only a Champ Bailey. It's only a few of y'all. But the ones that do, that play 100 and some snaps, like how crazy is that to play that amount?
It's crazy because you would typically average between 50 and 70. Like that's typical offense defense depending on the flow of the game.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, if you're playing both ways, I mean, you think about what he's doing. He's full time. He's their number one receiver and their number one corner.
Yeah.
This dude is the real deal. I'm looking forward to seeing him play. I hope he don't play receiver because
Yeah, you
now
want to
you're
see him play corner.
Yeah, man. That's a dependent position. You don't want to play receiver full time.
So speaking of that, right? So you were a receiver, and that's my next question actually. Do you feel like you could have been a first round pick as a receiver?
I think so. You know, funny, Terry Robisky, one of my coaches, receiver coach at Washington when I got there, he told me, yeah, man, I was looking at you at receiver, but, you know, I didn't have any say as far as what you could play or what you would play. But fortunate enough for me, my rookie year, I had a few plays. Then my next year, I had a few plays with North Turner. Then he gets fired. Terry Robisky takes over. Oh, shoot, I was like basically full-time offense at that point.
So you played full time, and
A little bit towards the end of the
wow.
year, but towards the end of my second year. But we were pretty much fighting for playoff
Let
spots.
me ask you a question. Why don't more NFL players play both ways out of fear of injury?
You know how hard that is?
I'm asking.
hard,
I don't know
bro.
how hard. That's what I'm asking.
Yes. So that was one of the things that Marty Schottenheimer, when he became our head coach my third year,
Okay.
he was very adamant about not letting that happen because I was so valuable at corner. He said, if I let you play receiver and you lose one iota of production on defense, you're never doing it again.
Wow.
He was that strict. And I didn't play, I don't think I might have played 2 or 3 snaps that year. You know, I wasn't really fighting for it at that time. But, you know, fortunate enough for me, I was good enough at corner. It didn't matter.
Oh yeah, good. You was great. Did you ever catch a receiving touchdown in the NFL?
Catch one? No. I ran one. I had a running back. That was Terry Robisky year. I tossed sweep.
Shout out to Terry
Hey,
Robisky.
man, that's my guy, man.
Yeah, well, you know,
my guy.
Terry Robisky, of course, he was here
Yeah.
for a while as the
Yeah.
receivers coach with the Falcons.
Yep.
Roddy White, whenever I've heard them talk, I've never met any of those guys.
Yeah.
I've never met Terry Robisky, but I've heard Roddy speak highly of him, Harry Douglas speak highly of him, and Julio Jones. Julio don't say much.
Yeah.
But some of the times that I have heard Julio speak on him has all been high, and then he
Always.
was speaking him up as well.
Yeah, any player that's played for him speaks highly of him. I mean, I think there was something, he went to LSU as a running back, played for the Raiders, so he just knows what it is to be a player. And, you know, he's one of us, man.
Yeah,
He's one of us.
He just gets it.
Yeah, he gets it, bro.
Man, to go back to UGA, 1998, best defensive player in the college football. Am I correct? Did you win the Nagurski Award?
I did win the Gursky Award, yeah.
It-
I didn't win the Thorpe.
Okay. Yeah, so, I mean, how was it getting the Nagurski Award?
Hold on, you feel a certain way about not winning the Thor?
Hell yeah, bro.
Who got it over you?
My boy Antoine Winfield won it.
Okay.
And you know, it was just weird that year because he didn't have any picks, but he had a lot of tackles. And
Yeah.
I really didn't understand it, but because I did everything. So I'm like, okay, I had 3-4 picks, pick for a touchdown, all these things happened. So it's like, how do I not win it? And, you know, I think Chris McAllister was the other finalist. We both just looked at each other because he played both ways too a little
Yeah.
bit. You know, he played a little bit both ways. So it's just one of those things. But, you know, I did get the Nagurski, All-American, all this good stuff. So no hard feelings. That's my guy, though. Winfield was a
I mean, hey, look, I used to have him in, I used to pick him a lot in fantasy football because he used to get a lot of tackles.
Yeah.
Always, man. He's
you can't get by him. You can't get by him.
He used to get a whole lot.
He's one of the
tackles,
best
man.
tackling corners I've ever seen.
So let me ask you this: when you went to Denver, right? I know this because I played football in Denver. Mile High, the air is really thin.
Yes, sir.
Did you know that when you got there, or did you kind of like experience it, or like what was your feeling on that? Because when I had exercise-induced asthma, and up there it just made it really like hard
Yeah.
to breathe, and I was like, "Woof."
Yeah. I got
Now-
all the warnings before I got there.
So was
It's
it
cold.
was it worse than you
Yeah,
thought?
look, worse, I would say yes.
Oh man! See,
Now-
it's a big advantage when
That-
y'all play a team.
Yeah.
And they come up. I know they be winded. I know.
Absolutely. And that's why you want to start fast on like hurry up offense.
Yeah.
You want to just get people winded early, and it affects your whole game.
Yeah.
Like it just. So before I got there, yeah, they told me about the air, the cold, all this stuff. But the thing that you get used to it after about 3 weeks. What you don't want to do is go somewhere else and then come back and think, oh, I've been working out back home. Now I come back and you got to start
It's a whole
all
different,
over
man. I'm
again,
telling
bro.
y'all, man. Like,
Yeah.
I went to a high school. It was called TJ Thomas Jefferson, and it was like one of the powerhouses
Yeah.
in Denver. And we had to do 2-a-days. We win championships every year. And I'm telling you, them 2-a-days, Trey, I made me want to quit. I wanted to quit football, man.
Yeah.
And the air was staying up there, but it's tough to play up there if you're not used to it.
Yeah.
And then you come back to Atlanta, you get to the airport, and the air will be so thick. You're like, geez, it's just so humid here compared
Humidity.
to up there.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
You feel the difference.
Yeah,
It's so
definitely feel the
dry out
difference,
there.
yeah.
So dry.
Well, of course, I can't speak on that from a sports perspective, but every time we went on the road, because, we come from the music business, so every time we would go and do a show in Denver, say like Bob, for instance, they used to have oxygen tanks like
Ooh.
on the side for him. Like as soon as he come off stage, he hit the oxygen tank, like immediately, every single time. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
so I remember, but now in the beginning, before he became a star and we were just opening up, you didn't get no oxygen tank. You might get a glass of water when you get off stage.
Might get some sip of lemonade.
I don't even think we were getting Simply Lemonade at the time.
At least it got better. At least it got better.
Yeah, it did get better, man. But that thin air would be killing you. So, all the people who love UGA, of course, the ones who may not know a bunch of your history and may not know some of the players you played with, they would love to hear about your old teammate Kirby. They would love to hear about Coach Smart. And I want to hear more about him as a player from your perspective. A lot of us see what he is as a coach, but was it anything as a player that kind of hinted that he may be able to pick up the game like in that kind of way and become a coach later on, or was he just a good player?
At that time, I wasn't smart enough or aware enough to really realize it. But when I reflect on the meetings, the practice, the comments he would make about things I would do on the field, it made sense. Oh, yeah, he's a coach on the field. I mean, he was always the guy that got us lined up, in the meetings, telling us what we should look for. He's always that true leader of men.
Wow.
As a player. So it doesn't surprise me that he went down this road. I just didn't see it then. I wasn't looking for it.
Yeah.
His dad was a coach, so that was one reason he could have went into it. But the dude was just smart, sharp guy, great teammate. And I think that's what resonates with his players. He's going to tell you the truth. He's kind of that kind of asshole. Like, he's just that kind of guy.
Yeah.
So, he's a good leader of men. And I was lobbying for him to get the job maybe 3 or 4 years before he got it.
Yeah.
I just thought, like, man, I love Mark Richt, but I just always felt like there's something missing. Like, we got all this talent, and the Jamal Lewis's and the Takeo Spikes, they're leaving town, like, or going to Georgia Tech. The Calvin Johnsons and Demaryius Thomas. Like, come on, man, these dudes want to go to Georgia,
Yeah.
but for some reason
drop
we
the
allow
ball.
them to get out of the state.
Yeah.
No more of that. So we keep our talent here, go out of the state, get some more supreme athletes, and here we are with 2 national championships, looking for the third one in the last 4 years, right?
Look, speaking of that, the game is being played. Bryce Young throws the ball. When Ringo catches that
Oh
interception,
yeah, through the roof.
how does Champ Bailey react? Take us there. How does Champ Bailey react?
You might think we had me and my brothers. We all played at Georgia. Look, we are not Georgia. My mom, my sister, my dad.
Oh, wow.
Everybody is Georgia. So it's the feelings that we feel. They feel the same. They lived all that experience with us.
So did you feel like you was a player? Did you feel like you won as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
I
how we
mean,
felt. And we never played the legal.
Think about it. We've been waiting 40 years,
Yeah.
41 to be exact,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like, that's a long time to wait for a championship.
Who's the first person you called?
Called?
Or that called you and was
I don't
like,
even
"Hey, get
remember,
it."
dog. I feel like I talked to everybody over the course of the next few days.
Yes.
Just everybody texting. And, we got all these big group texts with former dogs and this and that. It just all of that, man. It was just a lot of good synergy. And it brought more guys up, that haven't been around the game or been around the team and the organization. It just creates an atmosphere that you want to be a part of.
Yeah, man. I can only speak from like a fan standpoint. Like you say, now your mom and your father and your sister, like they had, your sister having a sibling and your parents having kids who played there. So their connection is even deeper than mine. But just from a fan standpoint, man, I went crazy. Now, I don't think I went crazier than my wife, though. I think like her and my oldest son, my oldest son is 12 now. They went crazy. I went crazy too. We went in our group chat. Like they did it. Man, Kirby beat Saban. Finally, we did it, man.
Hey, I don't know if you're familiar with our sports bars when he did the 28-3, the Dirty Birds and Cuss Words. And we kind of like talked about the Falcons, but he did one for Georgia where he made a sports bars. I think you should do it, man.
Man, I don't even remember that one right off, man.
Real?
I don't remember that one right off.
I'll send it to you.
I don't.
You gotta let me see that.
I don't. Yeah, I will show it to you. I don't remember that one right off, man.
Got it, man.
I really don't remember that one right off, man.
That was a good one.
I write so many of them and start practicing so many of them. You know what I mean? Like.
Should have known.
Man, I didn't know you were gonna ask me to go back and practice a sports bar.
He gotta prep you, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I practiced a sports bar that I did back in March.
Hey, man, you wrote it.
I did. I wrote it and I recited it.
Okay.
Lil
I
Wayne
sure
forgets
did.
some of his raps sometimes.
Hey, man, there you go. And Lil Wayne is a great. Bam, man,
You ain't supposed to forget, man.
I didn't know you were gonna ask me that. All these questions that you could have asked me, you could have said, "Hey, Trey."
It just popped out there. It just came out right there from the dome.
Man,
Bam, just like that.
Okay, hey, man. Well, look, man. Someone should have swatted it down like how Champ do them passes back in his days.
Yeah,
Somebody should have. I really don't remember that one. I did one about Alabama, like how.
You bet you remember that one, don't you?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I rememme the beginning of it.
You're gonna show it to me.
I
would
remember the
appreciate it. Let me
beginning
see
of
that.
it. Now I do have one, but not all the way finished, man. The beginning of it, you and Bronco fans might not be too happy about it because it goes, since the kids are back in school and summer vacation went so well, it's time we all gather around and welcome back the NFL. I'm talking touchdown after touchdown, juke moves that leave you stuck. Passes from Pat Mahomes that have Bronco fans like, what the fuck? Falcons and Saints fans on Bourbon Street talking trash at the bar. Steelers fans going crazy because they getting embarrassed by that boy Lamar. The Giants playing, the Eagles playing, Sunday Night Football showing Taylor Swift. And before Cowboy fans can even sit in their seat, Dak Prescott just threw another pick.
Ooh.
Justin Jefferson, C.J. Stroud, Tyreek Hill with the speed. Can Kyle Shanahan ever take the Niners to another Super Bowl
I hope not.
without blowing another damn lead?
I hope he does.
Will the Patriots be good without Belichick?
No.
Can Harbaugh get the Chargers going?
Nope.
If my favorite team playing the Raiders in Vegas, you already know me and the boys going.
I'm going.
So place your bets. Is it the Bills or the Jets? Or Caleb Williams in Chi-Town? When the Seahawks and Rams knuckle up like young Jock, you know it's going down. Ooh. So pass me some lemon pepper wings and get you a drink that's mixed real well. Tell the mother sports to take a seat. We about to welcome back the NFL.
Hey, that was hard. That was hard.
Yeah, man. So there we go. There we go.
That's it right there.
There we go. There we go.
Ain't nobody doing it.
There we
Ain't
go.
nobody doing that. We got
Nobody.
it,
And
yeah.
if you see it, it came from here.
Right here with the Water Boys,
You
baby.
know what I mean?
Hey, look, man. Like I was
was
watching NFL Good Morning on whatever it's called. It's on NFL Network. Man, they taking my mojo, man. I
you
started
mean?
this, man.
What you
What you
started?
mean? Yeah, I gotta hear this.
I started.
'Cause they good
this
at
right-
it now.
Look, man. You got that. I got that dog in me.
You started it.
Did I not with the KD?
Look at his face. Look at his face.
Did I not?
Yeah, well,
Who the first person you heard?
you
from?
definitely started saying that I had
What,
that
did it
such
go-
and such has that dog in him.
And now everybody's saying it. I
Okay.
said that back in February.
Well, you know what? The only thing we have to do is
They're
just
going
continue-
mainstream,
The
huh?
thing we have to do
They're
is just go
mainstream.
harder with it, man.
That's it. That's all.
We just have to go harder with
I'm
it.
glad I'm here.
It's yours.
I'm glad I'm a cultural icon out here. Man. People are biting my
Setting
terms.
trends, baby.
I'm a trendsetter, man. I
Hey
like
man,
that.
but you talk,
Nah, I'm
you,
tripping,
when
man.
you talk about saying something to God and asking Him to bring it to life. I'm not mad at you, my brother.
No, I'm just talking. I don't know, bro. I've been hearing it a lot, though. I ain't gonna lie. But I probably got it from someone else.
Man, I mean, definitely, but we'll just keep that between us.
It's all good.
So do they say that? Up at UGA, like, man, you got that dog in you. Like, I know people say dog a lot. It's the dogs.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a saying I haven't heard before. But they don't say it as frequent as,
Yeah, they don't say it's freaking.
They do now.
Because of me,
It's
man.
yours.
Thank
It's
you.
all you, baby.
Because I'm
It's
a
yours,
dog. We
man.
bulldogs, man. That's where I got
Hey,
it
if you
from.
part of the family, man, own it. It's yours. No doubt.
Go, man.
So
No doubt.
I will let you hear that Georgia sports ball. I'm gonna have to play it for you.
Okay, I appreciate it.
when we get.
I got
when
to
we
hear
get,
that.
When we get done.
Got to
with
hear it,
this.
baby.
When we get done.
So
with this.
I got a question.
Go ahead.
All right, and I'm trying. I know I'm taking your.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
So out of college and NFL, what was the hardest hit that you had?
Hardest hit?
Like that you laid down and then someone laid on you.
Hardest hit. You know, oh, man. I got to say, I don't even remember who it was, but we were playing Wyoming. I was playing receiver. It's just random. I caught a slant. And, boy, I took 1 too many steps after I caught that ball, and somebody just nailed me. Now, I got right up. But, boy, my jaw for the next 3-4 weeks was, like, clicking. And it was dog. I thought I broke my jaw, but it never felt too out of place. I never said nothing about it.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I'm not got to give them the justice of saying they hurt me. So, yeah, that was one of them. But the hardest,
That you laid on somebody. Or that you felt like that was that. Yeah, it may have not was the hardest hit for them. But for you, it's like that
it was always these running backs. So the bus, I remember trying to hit him. I swear it felt like a wet toilet paper. Like he just ran right through me, bro.
Oh man.
It's just something that stick out. Travis Henry, I remember we played them in Buffalo.
That's a big boy.
Man, I had a bad shoulder. It got worse that day. I mean,
no.
I hit him a few. He kept running. Marshawn Lynch, same thing. Buffalo.
Oh, he was hard.
Oh, he was hard to get down.
Big
bruh.
dude.
And you can't just hit them. Like you got to hit them, grab them, and hope somebody else coming.
Yeah.
Like,
But
for
as a
DB,
corner,
that's
you
hard.
didn't get paid to do that.
Yes, look, I felt like
down
I
the
wanted
field.
to be complete.
Man, like Martin
I
Shotton told you, man.
Look,
Hey man, we pay you to be on defense and play.
Yeah,
corner,
but
man.
I gotta
We ain't
tackle-
paying you
but
to
I gotta tackle.
Marshawn Lynch.
I got to tackle.
I mean-
Hey, when your front and your linebackers not playing well,
Did you ever like? You seem like you don't have the demeanor where you cussing and fussing. Did someone ever just bring you out your character and you just let them have it? You one of your teammates?
one of my teammates, it usually happened in practice.
Oh, okay.
Because you always got some young knucklehead that might say something crazy or just don't pay attention, just don't know how to be a pro. So it's just a little bit of that. There's never, usually when guys walk in the room with me, I always had another vet with me. Like John Lynch was in the room with me, Brian Dawkins.
Forgot
And then when I was in Denver, I had, not Denver, but Washington, I had Darryl Green. So I always had somebody else that was,
You played with Darryl Green?
4 years. 4 years with him, one with Dion. I mean, dog, I played with a lot of Hall of Famers.
Oh, so tell me about the Dion, man. That's one of my favorite players because of the Falcon connection, and I wanted us to draft him. What was he like?
Prime was exactly what you think he is. I mean, he obviously was a baller, but, from a character perspective, he in the locker room, he was the guy you could go to for anything. He loved his teammates. I mean, took care. I'm in my second year. Now, I've already had a year with Darryl Green, so now I got a whole different personality coming
I
in.
did not know that.
Yeah, so but even before he got there, when I heard we were signing him, I'm like, damn, am I gonna start? Like, this is. But you gotta think, like, these are the two guys I looked up to.
Yeah, I mean, Prime coming in.
Now, coach just looked at me like, man, you crazy? Yeah, you starting. Like, somebody's gonna come off the bench, not you. So I was like, all right. But of course, that upped my game. I just learned how to work better. The thing about Darryl, I learned a lot from him. But we were different body types. So to come in and see Dion, see what I do, kind of vouch for it, teach me a couple other little things. And my career was
So it's Dion, Darryl, and you on the same team?
on the same team.
That's not. Dang, that's three of the best cornerbacks. ever,
2000 Redskins. Hell, we had Bruce
All
Smith
y'all,
too.
all of y'all. Hall
Dan
of
had
Famers.
Bruce Smith on that defense.
Yeah.
So speaking of Darryl Green, something I saw you say during your Hall of Fame speech, and I definitely feel like I understood what you meant. But for those who may see it and didn't know exactly what you meant, you said Darryl Green told you, your hands are good, but your feet are better.
Yeah.
And so if you could break that down, like what the meaning of that is from a football standpoint.
Okay, yeah. The actual term is your hands are great, your feet are better.
Okay.
And, I think what happens is when we talk about bump and run or anything really, as it pertains to football or defense, like people think it's all about your hands. Oh, I get my hand, I wrap them up, get them down. Oh, if I'm at the line of scrimmage, on bump and run, I get my hands on him. It's like, man, your hands don't really matter when you're playing against the TOs of the world and these big receivers. Like, they don't knock that mess down. So if your feet aren't in the right place, it doesn't matter what your hands do. Yeah. So it was always about being in position more than getting your hands on somebody. So it's just like how you tackle. You can't tackle somebody from beside them. You got to get in front of them.
Yeah.
Get in position so you're strong. Like strong base, strong change of direction. You just got to keep your power base level. So staying square, keeping your feet tight. I mean, that's what it meant by that. Like he would always say that because he never used his hands. Yeah. If you watch any tape on Darryl Green, the only time he was touching the receiver is when he was trying to get off a block or something. It was always feet. You still see him do footwork today. He still look like he could do it. Wow. Because it's so dialed in for him because that's what he had, all his legs. So. And
it made an impact on you because you brought it up in your speech. It had to because you took the time to say that.
I still teach that. I teach that. Awesome. Like, I teach that. I start with that because, again, these kids think it's all about your hands. Like, I'm get my hands on them. Okay. Go ahead. But when you're playing against somebody who's not a superior athlete, it might look like it could work, but when you actually play somebody good, that stuff does not work. Man. So when you play against good players, you got to know really what the foundation should be, and it's great feet.
I'm glad you shared that because right now, there is a father out there listening to this that's going to hear this, and they may not know all the technical things to teach their son or to start with, but they may be in a position where they have to coach. Maybe say that no one around them has stepped up and they don't have all the coaches that the kids need, and they're just trying to help out, and they really don't know where to start. Someone is going to hear
that goes on all the time.
It's going to spark something for them to at least be able to start spreading some knowledge and ask questions off of that. Hey, I heard Champ Bailey say this, and that, and maybe someone who does know can help them build upon that. So I appreciate you sharing that.
Yeah, man.
People need to hear that.
As far as my knowledge, I'm always trying to shoot it out there. Like, I want everybody to know what's right and the right way to do things. That's it.
So you say you teach. Are you a coach?
No.
Camps or anything?
No, I help out with my son's high school team,
gotcha.
Holy Innocents.
Gotcha. Okay.
I help out with them, but every now and then there's a kid that comes around that I kind of want to give a little more to. So, there was one kid came and I just end up teaching him. I mean, even my one of my boys, Revis McLaren, his kid goes to Windy Ridge up in Woodstock.
Okay.
He started asking me questions as a middle school kid. He's a senior now.
He 5?
Huh?
He 5 now?
So I just kind of gave him a few things, and he's a smart kid, right? He wasn't really a football player yet, but man, he just stuck with it and just made sure that people start making people believe in him, the people that are around him daily. Mm-hmm. Now he's a senior with, some offers. Wow. So, and I think his latest offer was Navy. So I'm like, man, this is it,
That's crazy.
So to see that come to fruition after all these years, like, man, it gives you a little joy to see a kid grow and become what he is. And you really don't know what these kids are going to turn out to be.
You don't. But, you still passing information.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Not hoarding the knowledge.
Yeah.
Because some people like to do that.
One of the happiest days of my life, my daughter played for Woodward, and she played basketball. And she was like the best defensive player on the team. She won Defensive Player of the Year. But when they won the state championship down in Macon, that was like one of the best feelings, just watching her and like thinking about the stuff that I shared with her, the stuff she listened from other people and saw it come to pass. I can relate with what you're saying.
Yeah, man. It's always good to see
Trey,
it
you was there.
happen.
Yeah, 100% was there. I had to come see my girl now. Come on now.
Yeah, you always got bad, yeah, man. It's a lot of bad information out there.
Yeah.
On many levels, not just sports. So it's like, man, you gotta check your sources. Get good information. I'm always trying to put it out there, but of course, it's hard as hell to scale good information.
Yeah,
it's hard.
Yeah, man. You got another question? You want? You seem like you were getting ready.
I got a lot of questions. Go ahead.
No, man. So and I'm glad we're talking about passing information because something else that stuck out. So where I'm about to take it right now is just a little bit away from football.
Okay.
Just a little bit about life. Like I love like speaking about family You know, I love speaking about like different things we learn and just how we go out into the world.
Yeah.
And so one of the things that stuck out to me that I heard you say is that you learn giving back and helping people through your grandmother. That was something that she was heavy on.
Okay.
That she was heavy on,
Yeah.
and that's something that you have taken that on as well, and it meant something to you, and that's how you have come into the world and continue to do things. So, like, if you could just speak on that song, because I think it's important that all of us find a way to be of service, and they'll tell you that's a word that I've been saying on the show a lot, service. I feel like we all need to be in a season of service.
Well, I got to be honest, man. That's a loaded question, right? Like, there's a lot of ways I could go with that. And, you know, I'm glad you centered on my grandma because that was my inspiration to give back. Okay, the way we were raised, my grandma had a property of about 3 or 4 acres. On that property was her house and then the house she gave us when my dad came back from the military. I was about 5 years old when I moved to Folkestone. So, but scattered throughout her property, she had all these little shacks for pass-throughs. Like people just would pass through, and what she would do, she would allow them to stay in her shack and do work on her property. She had a garden and all these things that they could do, but she would take care of them, feed them. I mean, these are people, human beings, right? Like people that kind of, you know, disconnected from the family or whatever their issues are, addiction, whatever. And she also had the neighborhood store on the other side of the property, too.
Wow.
So all these places are still standing now. They're not operational at this point, but her property's still there. And, you know, I always use her as an example of how to give because she gave with what she had. And she didn't have much. I mean, I think she's taking care of all her kids who basically lived off her until the day she died. That was my parents' uncles and my dad's siblings, right? So growing up, I saw that. I didn't really understand it, why she did it. I just saw it, and I never forgot it. But my sister was always dialed in. So I mean, and if you ask anybody now, most places I go, my sister with me because we just click on that level because she's always reminded me of the things my grandma taught us, you know, about giving back, how to take care of your community, yada, yada. But, you know, as we all know as black people, black men, it's hard to get us all on the same page. So whatever she was doing, it was always rubbed somebody else the wrong way. And I saw examples of that when I got older because one thing about a black athlete or a celebrity or anybody that's successful, we always carry that burden of our community and having to go back and give back. And I never really understood how to do it because, again, I couldn't do it like my grandma did it.
Yeah.
I'm remote. I'm not living there anymore. So I don't understand or feel the issues as much as I did. So the older I got, the more I got away from it. So I would go back, do 3-on-3 tournaments, basketball tournaments, do all these camps. But what I realized is that's just putting Band-Aids on stuff. Like, what's going to really create change down here? And I was like, I got to get with the people that are doing it like my grandma did it. So I just start finding people that are doing stuff in the community. And now that's what brings me back home now. I go back home now, it's purposeful. You know, I know who I'm working with. We have constant connections. We've been doing these Facebook Lives, and it's been centered around, you know, supporting the youth, but holding our local officials accountable because leadership is bad in our hometown. That's why nothing changes. So what we've been talking about in these lives is a lot of social justice issues. And what I mean by that is people that have been locked up for years that we're trying to get out. The crack epidemic. Like, they threw us in jail because we used crack. Like, it wasn't, like, nobody had the means to be a big-time drug dealer in Folkestone, Georgia.
Yeah.
So how did the drugs get on the street?
Yeah.
So there's all these accusations and conspiracies around what really was going on. And now a guy just got out last week that did 33 years.
Wow.
They had no evidence on him, but they found a way to put him in the system, right? 33 years. He just got out. We still trying to figure out why he got out.
Wow.
We don't even know. I don't even think he knows. But long story short, because like I said, man, this is a open-ended
Somewhere you could go
conversation.
forever,
So many,
yeah.
but this is what connects me to my hometown now, because I found my partners back home. I started this whole interview of I need good partners. So that's what I started doing. I finding people who are doing the good work and supporting them. Mm-hmm. And now we've been doing these Facebook Lives, and we've been talking about getting this one lady out of prison. Well, I don't know if y'all would believe this story. So I'm going to end it with her story because I think it's so impactful, and it'll kind of set the tone for all the others. I mean, I'm talking about almost 100 people that have dealt with this one detective in our hometown.
Oh, wow.
He's still there. I'm going to start with that.
Still working?
He's still there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Still active on the force.
Still active on the force. Still putting people in prison. So this lady was working for this guy. She was basically his snitch, using her to try to set up other people. So they would arrest somebody, confiscate the drugs, put it back on the street. Arrest that person, put it back on the street. That was the theme back then. So this one lady, she ends up sleeping with this guy, this cop. Now, of course, that's considered rape to me, because now you're in a position of authority, mm-hmm. and now at the very least it's sexual harassment. But they had a baby together. Mm. Now, baby is obviously 33 years old now. Guess where she at? She's still locked up. Yeah, bro. Like, this dude found a way to make her disappear. Now, this happened when I was a kid.
Wow.
But I knew this lady. She lived right around the corner from me. I knew her. Everybody knew her. To this day, I've reached out, over the past 3 years, I've reached out to local officials, higher-ups, looking for help, trying to get this lady out. Just trying to get her out off sympathy. We're like, okay, we done with the sympathy. We're not looking for sympathy now. We want justice, because ultimately this lady needs to be paid for the time she served.
Wow.
She need her freedom right now, and that's what we've been fighting for. We have not found legitimate help yet to really get this thing rolling. Everybody just kind of looks at it and like, damn, I can't believe it, but nothing's being done. Yeah. Now, of course, if you know how attorneys work, they want money. Well, I'm like, there's something in this. I know it's something for her and the others that we're going to, use to go after this guy and the whole system, but we got to get the ball rolling. Wow. So, we're at this stage now, man. We just forget it. And, I'm going to say why it's so present, because one, she's still locked up. And two, we just had another one of our boys get 15 years on vehicular homicide for an accident. Now, he ran off the road and ran into somebody's lane and hit him, really because he couldn't see him. So it was a tragic accident. But they treated him like a criminal because he's had a record. Now, this is somebody I grew up with. Now, he fought the trial, but we all know you go to trial in South Georgia, you will be found guilty and you will get the max.
Wow.
Dog, so he just got sentenced 2 months ago. Mm-hmm. So we're working on trying to appeal his sentence and try to get him out of prison. Now, when I think about criminal justice, this is what I'm talking about, breaking these systems down, because they look at him they didn't even offer him a plea, for one, but that's usually the route they go. They knew they could get a conviction on him. Yeah. So they made sure they put him right into the courtroom. Everybody's on the same page. The attorney, the DA,
wow,
the judge, everybody. They threw the book at him. Now, why does that case stick out to me? Oh, somebody died. Yeah, I know somebody died. But this dude was on his way to work. The same path he's gone on for years to go to work. And y'all just assume he ran off the road purposely and hit this lady because he was drunk. Nothing in his system. He's going to work. All right. There's another case very similar. Another guy we grew up with. This white lady hits him. Never set foot in the police station. Already considered an accident. Her questionnaire, I thought I hit a deer. She called the cops, or dialed 911 13 minutes later.
Wow. I
was like, okay, nobody in the South calls 911 if they thought they hit a deer. They usually go pick up the deer, hang him up on a tree and gut him. That's what happens where I'm from. You don't call that. Why are you calling 911? What are you talking about? 13? No, you knew you hit somebody. But again, they treated her
Totally different.
totally different than him. I'm like, this is plain as it gets. So those are the type of things that get my attention and my focus now, man. I just can't continue to sit here and allow this to happen to my people. So what are we doing about it? Okay, we made all the calls, I told you that, but we also changing leadership. Politicians, the sheriff just got reelected. We asked him to do some help for us. He lied to us for about 2 years, saying, yeah, I'm going to go visit these kids, these 2 other kids we're trying to get out of prison. Well, they're not kids now. They've been in jail 22 years for armed robbery. Nobody got hurt. All the victims, so-called victims, say, yeah, these boys should have been out. Everybody, even the sheriff, it was his brother's pizza place that they robbed.
Wow, this sheriff.
He even said they should be out, but he won't do anything to support that cause.
Well, look, let's say this. Look, anybody out here that's hearing our voice or seeing this, if you guys have any pull, any type of
I appreciate that.
anything that can help Champ out with this,
Yes.
hit us up in the DM, man, and we'll pass it along, man. If you have any pull, anything that you can do to make justice come for these people, man, hit us up, man. Make this happen for real.
Yeah, man, it's time. We just can't stand by and let this shit happen. Like, not to our people. Like this is something that's real. So I often think, okay, if this is happening in Folkestone, it's probably happening in Nahunta, Homerville, Valdosta, like all these other little towns that you just don't hear about.
If it's just in Folkestone, it's got to be. Just think of all the cities in America.
You watched Dukes of Hazzard, right?
Yeah, I watched
Who
it.
ran that town? The sheriff.
Boss Hogg,
The sheriff.
Roscoe Pico train.
Yeah. So the sheriff really runs those towns, and they have all the influence. But what they can't see is the pain and suffering that we are like enduring. They don't see that. They can't feel it. They just used to what they're used to. We're viewed as less than, and they treat us as such. And it's time to change that.
Yeah.
Man, well, I appreciate you sharing that, with us, definitely, man. And I had to ask you, like I say, about your grandmother because that stuck out to me.
Yeah.
That really stuck out to me when I watched you speak on it. Like our grandparents have such an impact on our lives. Like I have a 12-year-old and a 9-year-old, and they have close relationships. Well, luckily, my mother and father are still alive. Luckily, my wife's mother and father are both still alive.
Yeah.
And even my father's current wife, my kids are close with all 5 of them. And like grandparents, they play a huge role.
That's huge, man. Yeah, man.
So let me take it a different route, man. So what year did you get drafted?
99.
And who was in your draft class that stands out?
You're going to remember this one.
All right.
Okay. First pick was Tim Couch.
Oh,
You remember that
Browns.
draft now?
Yeah.
Browns,
Oh.
right?
The Browns.
Yeah. So funny story about that draft. I knew I was going to the Redskins. Like I just knew. They spent the most time with me. They were looking for.
What
a
number
cornerback.
were you picked?
7.
7. Okay. So
But the Redskins was sitting at number 5. So let me
Yeah.
fresh
Tell us
your
the
memory.
story.
So if you remember that draft, it was Tim Couch, Donovan McNabb, Achilles Smith.
Okay. I
1, 2,
remember
3
that.
quarterback.
Yes.
First 3 picks. Well, the 4th pick was a big question mark because we knew the Colts wanted a running back. Well, everybody thought they were going to take Ricky Williams. They took Adrian James. So sitting at number 5 was the Redskins. So they didn't take Ricky Williams. That shook up everything.
Oh, wow.
So that's when the Saints traded all their draft picks and picked Ricky Williams
Ricky.
to move
Wow.
up. They traded back. The Redskins traded back to number 12, I believe.
Okay.
They traded back to number 12. The Saints end up picking Ricky Williams. And then the 6th pick, Dick Vermeil was the coach of the Rams. I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to the Rams. This fool just sat and told me about a couple weeks ago, yeah, if you at number 6, I'm getting you.
Yeah.
He lied to me. but they took Torrey Holt, another Hall of Famer. No big deal.
Can't be mad
there.
about that. Yeah.
So sitting at number 7 is, I think, Chicago.
Okay.
I'm like, damn, okay. Damn, how far am I going to slide? I haven't had any contact with the Bears.
Yeah.
So that's when the Redskins traded back down to number 7 with Chicago. Chicago went back. Chicago ended up using that 12th pick on Cade McNown. That's a whole nother story. Yeah. So it kind of shook up the draft. That was one of the most interesting set of events because not only did I lose a couple dollars because I moved back 2 spots.
Yeah, because you moved some
I ended
spots.
up with the team I thought I was going to end up with, which was
From the
beautiful.
very beginning.
Oh, yeah. That's who I thought I was going to end up with. But how you get there, man, you have no say.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Yeah.
So growing up, who was your favorite NFL team?
Team? The Redskins.
Oh, really?
Well, it was more about Doug Williams.
Okay, I get it.
Because
I
my
get
dad.
get
It was all
and
about
look, it's
what my dad
ironic. Like
Yeah.
Doug Williams played Denver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Doug, like the Redskins, Bears, Cowboys. I mean, I was a Walter Payton fan. Cowboys,
Rightfully
I was
so.
an Emmett fan. I was a running back
Yeah.
guy, so
Yeah.
I love running back. So,
Yeah, rightfully so. All those guys.
Were you a Falcon fan?
nah, not really. Were they pretty good back then? See,
me-
I ain't even going. He
Tell me who
answered
that
the
draft-
question for
tell
me.
That was you said. What were you 99?
Hey,
So
That was my draft,
We
yeah.
had
Yeah.
Deion had left. Was that June Jones?
man, so
99.
I can't
Dan Reeves.
remember.
Dan Reeves.
Yeah, Dan
Nah,
Reeves.
we had just came off the Super Bowl loss, and Jamal Anderson got hurt. He tore his knee, and that's when
That was Dan Reeves, yeah, right?
Yeah, and that's when I think we was gonna get Vic a couple years later. But yeah,
Yeah. Vic was 2 years
yeah,
old.
that was when the Rams were starting to become great.
Yeah.
And that year, yeah. So we came off the Super Bowl. We lost to
Yeah.
Denver. The 99 we drafted. So we had a
We got
we
drafted.
we thought we were gonna do good, and then Jamal Anderson tore his knee.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, and
He
that's what
did.
happened. So we were good.
did.
Yeah, we were good that time.
Well, I think he talking more.
Oh,
so,
yeah. You talking about
I think-
growing up.
I think he talking about growing up.
Oh.
Like
Yeah,
because
yeah.
What year
when
were
the
you
teams
born?
are good, you become a fan.
78.
Come on,
Nah, you-
bro. We got to tell the truth in here, B. Rick.
80 we was good. 12-4.
80?
80, yeah.
I couldn't even speak. At that
I know. I'm just saying.
Bro, you
82
let me tell you
was
something.
good. We
You
played Minnesota.
Please don't Waffle House the people. And you know what I mean
I'm
by
not
that?
Waffle
You know what I
Housing
mean by that?
nothing. Okay, we was sorry, man. We
Listen,
sorry, man.
because what I'm about
I'm
to say
just saying
is,
some
'cause
facts.
listen, listen about those facts. Our winning seasons were scattered like them
Okay,
hash
yeah,
browns
all
at
right,
Waffle
you're right,
House.
you're right,
So
you're
don't waffle us with a bunch of scattered
He said-
seasons.
And look, man, this ain't no hash brown.
Don't waffle us, man.
Hey,
Look,
look.
we love the Falcons.
Nah, growing
but-
up, I can understand.
I'm happy to see what they're doing
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
I'm rooting for the Falcons.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Man, speaking of them, as of this taping, we just picked up Justin Simmons, and I know you close still with the Broncos organization.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell all the Falcon fans out there,
What we
us
getting?
included, what are we getting? What type of player and individual are we getting in Justin Simmons?
Well, I think who's gonna benefit most is Bates. And it's more about more leadership in the defensive room. I don't know if the dynamic of a veteran player going to another team, and he's probably on the back end of his prime, but he's still in his prime to me, because safety is a lot more mental than just physical.
Okay.
Now he can play, he make plays, always got his hands on the ball, always around the ball. So another playmaker like that and leader with Bates, oh my God, like sky the limit with them right
So
now.
with two strong safeties like that, that's gonna change the whole outlook of our defense, ain't it?
Yeah, you just ask AJ Terrell how he feel about it. Like, dog, I know what it's like to have a really good safety.
So what is it like?
It's heaven, because you don't have to work. First, you don't have to worry about the preparation. Like, you always gonna be prepared, because they're gonna know how to prepare. They're gonna know how to communicate, post snap, pre snap, all the things that you need in order to stay on top of being great. Like, they're great players, but dog, everybody's great at this level. So what gives you the edge is the preparation. So all those things that happen during the week. I mean, once Simmons get comfortable here,
Oh,
man,
man.
look.
So look, we broke the Atlanta sports curse a couple weeks ago with Brandon Leak. We did our little sports party.
Okay.
And we broke it. And so
That we did.
the Falcons are going to the Super Bowl this year, and
Okay.
we're winning. So mark
This
my
year?
word, this year.
Okay.
So I just want you to remember that. So when we win, you make sure you hit me up.
That's
like,
one thing about the league, boy. It's wide open.
Hey, we're gonna win.
It's
this year.
always
We
wide
winning
open.
This year we gotta
They prepare for it.
look. We got a good quarterback that can make decisions,
Okay.
and we just solidified it with the two backfield guys, Justin
Yeah.
and Bates.
Don't forget.
And they're gonna get everybody
Get that
position.
pass rush either.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Tell me about the Patriots guy. You know a little bit about him?
I just know he's always balled.
Yeah.
That's- I don't know a lot about him, because the Patriots been kind of
Yeah.
in the dumps of the last few years post Brady. So
But now I'm excited about
Is
it.
what it
I
is.
think we're gonna do some damage, and I think why not?
I agree with you.
Why not?
I
Yeah.
agree.
That-
It's
that's-
time, man. It's
why
time.
not? It's time.
It's time.
Exactly.
And the city will be going crazy. One thing I do like about Jadon, I want to say he was drafted by the Ravens, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
And so,
And then
like you know, when I look across the league, if it's one organization, like, you know, you never know how players going to turn out,
Yeah,
of
yeah.
course. But if it's one organization who I would trust more than any others that they may have gotten it right, I trust the people that the Ravens draft. I think the Ravens do a pretty good job.
They do
No,
good.
Of course, they don't hit on every pick, but they do a good job.
Man,
They do a good job.
I concur. So funny, before I retired, I signed with the Saints. They released me before training camp. They did me a favor. But I still thought I could play. So I tried out for Detroit, who were the bottom, and I tried out for the Ravens. I just went and worked out. It was like night and day for how they treated me.
Yeah.
I was like, man. So I left there, like I almost feeling like I played there because the respect and how they treated me, and the Detroit just, I mean, it was just
Wow.
bad. It was
Yeah,
just a
you
bad
see-
experience, bro.
Yeah.
You see why people are where they are. you know,
Yeah,
at
but
the time.
but the fact that you say that, you've never been in that building.
Yeah.
Never. I'm just watching
But
from
you
the
see
outside.
it.
Yeah.
You
I
see
see
what
it.
they produce,
Yes.
how they draft Cal Hamilton. I would have never guessed he'd be that good. I
Man.
didn't know.
Yeah, coming out of Notre Dame, right? Yeah.
Oh, they've
yeah.
drafted so many Hall of Famers. Oh my God. Every year they got a Hall of Famer up for.
Man, time flies.
Like,
This has been a great. You got more questions?
Man, how long
time
have
is-
we
what
gone?
time?
Man, we've been
It's
an
almost
hour.
1:30.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
snap.
We've already gone over an hour.
So look,
didn't even know.
before
We
go,
have to do a blast from the past
Got you.
because we did not get chance
Okay,
to do
okay,
a blast from the
okay.
past and tell us a favorite player of yours. If you could break down a play that stands out.
A play that stands out.
blast from the
Let me
past.
think, Let me
Let's
think.
set it up for us, man. Who you was playing? You know who you was playing for? And tell us about the play. We
You know, I'm gonna stay with UGA. I'm gonna go my sophomore year,
Okay.
early in the year. I think it maybe second game.
Okay.
We're playing South Carolina.
Okay.
And I had my first pick six. And
So
it
tell
was,
us about it. Who you?
it
Who
was
remember the quarterback?
Anthony Wright
Okay.
I believe he was. Yeah, I think Anthony Wright was, and it was just a little crossing route.
Uh-huh.
And he thought that guy was open. I jumped right up under it.
And
And
so-
I actually had to dive for the pylon because he chased me down at the corner.
So when you saw the ball coming, what were you thinking?
What was I thinking?
Like you was like, oh my God, I got it.
That's the thing, man. When you out there,
You
you're
don't
not
think-
thinking.
So when you caught it,
yeah,
so you thought
I got to score. I mean,
you was like,
look,
So when
most
you saw the pylon,
Yeah.
you dove for it. He's like,
I'm still at this age where I think when I touch the ball, I'm scoring. So
all right, here we go.
that didn't last forever. But, you know, when I touch the ball, I'm trying to score.
Man.
And that's all I had on my mind when I caught it. Like, I got to beat this boy to the pylon. And I got it. But, you know, that was one of those big plays that at the moment it meant a lot because it sort of set the tone for who I could be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know, one of my favorite plays
What's your
is
favorite
when you
play?
picked off Brady, and you had I thought it was a 90, like 98, 99. You said it was a 100
100
yard
yards.
pick. Like, I love that play. I remember where I was when that play happened. I was actually in Seattle, Washington, visiting a good friend of mine Sunday, and me and some of the fellas were watching the game, man. I was so happy because it happened to the Patriots.
Yeah, and you know what? The beauty in that play is it not only swung the game back in our favor, and we ended up scoring. I didn't score on that play, even though it was 100 yards. But yeah, right. The beauty of it was the guy that knocked me out of bounds at the one, Ben Watson, former dog, you know, fellow
Damn,
dog.
Ben.
Yeah, man.
What's up, Ben?
Yeah, he hated on me that day.
Touchdown, bro.
So nobody's ever gonna let us forget. But I think that's the thing that was really good about that because that was such a good teach tape on hustle. Like that dude was a tight end, came from the other side of the field, and never
Never gave up.
slowed down. And right when I just took my foot off the gas, here he comes. Bam. Yeah, somebody could have blocked him. It was a Tech guy. I'm not gonna mention his name though.
Ain't Ted.
Somebody, yeah, it's all good. You know, Tech let us down from time to time. It's all good. It's all good.
Man, this has been. Well, first I want to say thank you for gracing us with your presence. Thank you for seeing the value in what we doing and feeling like, hey man, I'm gonna come in and interview with you guys.
Yeah, man.
You know, we really appreciate it. I was telling Aaron as B-Rich was coming down to get you, I was telling him we definitely are putting in the work, but God is moving and doing some things, and I definitely add you and the other players who have decided to come and speak with us as part of the movement that he's doing.
Oh yeah,
So-
you're
so-
definitely a building block to what
Yeah.
we got going on,
Yeah,
man.
so,
Like
okay.
we really appreciate that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
man.
I just want to say thank you. Definitely, man.
Man, look.
Definitely, I definitely see what God's
Feelings
doing, and
mutual,
I
man.
don't take it lightly that you're here. Like,
Yeah.
I really don't. I told my wife you were coming on. My wife goes and she's like, "Let me tell you, like we need to watch the Hall of Fame speech.
Oh, my
You need to do it like so. So I was prepared, and I feel like I knew about you, but she let me know I needed to know even more, and I'm glad she did because when I saw, like I said, we don't have to get back on it, but seeing you speak about your grandmother, that really hit me, and I wanted to make sure I asked you.
Well, I appreciate that, man, because that's what I live for now, right? That's for some reason, man. That's just so important to me. My people back home. That's what it's all about. And I again, like guys in our position, we're burdened with that give back. Like they put that on us, but I feel like instead of making it a burden, it's like how do we really accomplish something with the people that we want to take care of in the most efficient way? It's just, lean on the people that are doing the work. And that's been my motto. Like, I got some great partners back home, and they doing all the good work. I'm just supporting. And that's really what it's all about, man. Just making sure this year is better than the last one, and just keep stacking the good years together.
Man, last question. Top 3 receivers that gave you the hardest time.
Good.
Woo! Top 3?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to say Marvin Harrison. He's always in my top 3. I'm going to tell you, this is how I look at it. He gave me a hard time. Not only was he a great player, he had a great quarterback.
Yes.
So, T.O. was a problem. I mean, his run after the catch was probably one of the best you've ever seen. And, man, I can go a lot of different ways. I'm going to go back to an old school guy, Jimmy Smith.
Oh,
I remember
Jimmy
him.
Smith.
Yeah, bro.
For Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Big dude.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right.
He was sort of exiting his prime when I was coming into the league, but he was tough, man. And I think boys like him, Eric Mose, like they don't get enough credit for how tough they were because it wasn't pass heavy back then, but boy, they were the epitome of number one receiver. Like,
I got one. Look, man, I'm sorry.
all good,
I
all
got
good.
one.
Let's
All
go.
right. We're gonna clip this one up.
All good, all good.
Yo, Mount Rushmore of quarterbacks.
Quarterback?
Cornerbacks.
Cornerback? Oh,
Cornerbacks. Your position. Who is your Mount Rushmore of cornerbacks?
I'm leaving myself off.
No.
I'm going to.
I'm not
All right,
surprised.
all right. Go ahead.
I'm going to leave
We're
myself
gonna clip
out.
this. We're gonna have the highlights.
Okay.
And so,
You know my top 2, Deion and Darryl.
all right, Deion Sanders.
Deion Sanders, Darryl Green.
So what makes Deion Sanders on your? what's
Well,
it like about him?
he started the shutdown movement to me.
Okay.
Because he showed what it meant to be a bigger corner
Okay.
and stay toe to toe with these fast, quick guys
Okay.
that know where they're going. Like,
All right.
He really paved the way for bigger corners, and that's all you see now, right?
All right, Darryl Green.
Darryl Green. I mean, that was a winner. Fastest guy I've ever played with. Smart, mentor. I mean, I'm more biased, but his production was his production. I mean, dude was a beast.
All right, who's your other 2?
My other 2, I'm gonna go Charles Woodson.
All right, what's up with him?
Complete. He could play anything. Darryl Green always makes this joke about, oh man, we don't fool with those guys that move to safety. he just jabbing at them because
Yeah.
we played corner for
Yeah,
15 years or more. He played 21 years, but
Jeez.
yeah, crazy. And 4th, I'm gonna go to late Willie Brown. And not only was he a great player, made the Pro Bowl 10 times, he played back in the day. None of us probably were alive when he played. But at the Pro Bowl, he would always pull the DBs to the side, and we would have our own little session, just talking to him, hearing his
wow.
words of wisdom. And
So I gotta do my research on him.
yeah, Willie Brown, baby.
All right.
Raiders.
Well, look, man, that's a fantastic Mount Rushmore. I can't wait
Sir.
till we put that together, Trey. See how that's gonna come out.
Yeah, man. So look, this is definitely been. I feel
Honor,
like
man.
it's a Hall of
It's an honor,
Fame
man.
interview, man.
Hey, man.
It's a Hall of Fame
Hey,
interview,
so
man.
That make us Hall of Famers?
I mean, hey, man, I'm claiming it. man.
Hey, man.
Hey, we going down in the Hall of Fame of podcasting, man. There we go, man.
Yeah.
There we go,
I like it.
man.
I like it.
There we go.
I can
There
deal
we
with
go.
that.
There we go, man. There we go. And guess what? We'll all be able to buy Simply Lemonade when we need it. You know what I'm saying? Our own Simply Lemonade. Well, look, everybody, we appreciate y'all tuning in for another episode of the Waterboy Show. On behalf of myself, Trey, B. Rich, the Hall of Famer, Champ Bailey, and Aaron, Whoa Pittman, the Waterboy Show, we are out.
Kill the camera.